To navigate such situations, Stoicism recommends setting clear boundaries, but with compassion. After all, you aren't responsible for healing another person's pain, but you can choose how to contribute to a more positive environment. How can you balance empathy with the need to protect yourself emotionally? Still, not all relationships align with the harmony you seek. Sometimes another person's wounds are so deep that the relationship becomes unsustainable. In such cases, Stoicism teaches that it's wise to accept what we cannot change. Marcus Aurelius advised, when something is beyond your control, let it go. Do you have the courage to walk away when you realize someone's pain is negatively impacting your inner peace? By understanding the impact of traumas and past experiences, you become better equipped to cultivate healthy and authentic relationships. This requires a commitment to introspection, patience, and above all, Stoic courage. In the next section, we'll explore how differences in personality and lifestyle can create tension, and how Stoicism helps us navigate these differences wisely. Let's continue. Differences in personality and lifestyle. Differences in personality and lifestyle are like varied instruments in an orchestra. They can create harmony or dissonance depending on how they are tuned. Conflicts arise when these differences are perceived as threats or challenges to how we live. Imagine an extroverted person who thrives on social events and constant interaction, living with someone more introverted, who values silence and introspection. These differences, when misinterpreted, can lead to resentment and distance. Stoicism teaches that, rather than resisting what is different, we should accept diversity as part of human nature. As Epictetus said, people don't disturb you, your perceptions of them do. How can you adjust your perceptions to foster harmony? These divergences often challenge deeply rooted values and habits. For instance, someone who prioritizes strict routines might become frustrated with another's spontaneous behavior, interpreting it as irresponsibility. Conversely, the more flexible person might view the other as controlling or rigid. Stoicism suggests that these differences should not be seen as flaws, but as natural variations that enrich our coexistence. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, observe everything that happens as part of a whole in harmony. Can you find value in differences, even when they challenge your preferences? Another important point is to realize that our personalities and lifestyles are shaped by our unique experiences and choices. Just as you have reasons for being who you are, others also have their narratives. For example, someone who grew up in an unstable environment might seek security and predictability, while someone raised in a highly controlled environment might value freedom above all. Recognizing these stories is essential for cultivating empathy and understanding. Have you ever asked someone about the origin of their behaviors and choices before judging them? Differences can also be opportunities for learning. Imagine a couple where one is disciplined financially while the other prefers to spend on experiences. Instead of viewing this as a point of tension, they could combine their strengths to balance planning and spontaneity. Stoicism invites us to see every interaction as a chance for mutual growth. As Epictetus said, challenges are not to destroy us, but to teach us. Wayne, how can you transform your differences with someone into a shared strength? However, navigating these differences requires healthy boundaries and mutual respect. Not all personalities or lifestyles are compatible, and forcing relationships that bring more friction than learning can be exhausting. Stoicism teaches us to practice acceptance without compromising our identity. Marcus Aurelius said, accept the person as they are, but do not compromise your own principles. Do you know when it's time to find common ground and when it's better to walk away to preserve your inner peace? Differences in personality and lifestyle, when approached with empathy and stoic wisdom, can strengthen relationships and expand horizons. The next section will address something even deeper, failures in building genuine connections, and how to overcome them. Let's continue to understand how Stoic philosophy can help you cultivate more authentic bonds. Failures in building connections. Failing to build genuine connections can be a frustrating and often painful experience. We all desire to feel understood and accepted, but sometimes the barriers between two people seem insurmountable. This can happen due to differences in interests, goals, or even a lack of time and attention dedicated to the relationship. Imagine a co-worker who tries to connect with you but struggles to find shared interests. The disconnection isn't anyone's fault, but it can create resentment. Stoicism teaches us to accept these failures with serenity, recognizing that not all relationships are meant to thrive. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, what is not good for the hive is not good for the bee. How do you handle connections that don't deepen as you hoped? One of the main reasons for failure in building connections is a lack of genuine presence. Often we're physically present but mentally distracted, preventing the other person from feeling we're truly available. Imagine a friend sharing something important while you check your phone or think about your next commitment. These small disconnects, accumulated over time, create emotional distances that are hard to bridge. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of being present in the moment. How can you practice mindfulness to strengthen your connections? Another common challenge is difficulty in finding shared interests. When the foundation for a smooth conversation or shared activities isn't clear, the relationship can feel forced. However, Stoicism encourages us to look beyond the surface and seek shared virtues and values. Even if you and another person have different lifestyles, you might connect over principles like honesty, loyalty, or empathy. As Epictetus said, focus on what is essential. Which virtues can you use as a foundation to strengthen a fragile relationship?